Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you are now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the AKWatch, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 6, back from a 3-week break, and it's back with a kind of a calm episode, calm before the storm. But yeah, before we get into it, I'm here today with Rajel. Say hello to the people, Rajel.
Yeah, what's good, people? I hope all is well. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since we talked that great JJK, but I'm happy that the show is back. Been missing it over the last 3 weeks, so I'm excited for this one.
And yes, before we get into it, the socials are on the screen, so follow those up: Instagram, Twitter, and we're also on TikTok as well. The link should be in the description if you want to follow us on that platform. But yeah, let's get into the episode. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is, what did you think of if you watched it, the new opening and the new ending? Because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't feeling it.
It's funny you say that, because I was so hyped and prepared because I saw a couple kind of reactions, not obviously seeing the actual opening or ending, but people were saying, it's sick, or people creating some memes. I saw a couple on TikTok and Insta, so I was expecting greatness, but it was just all right. It's not as good as what we had for the first part.
Yeah, I would agree. I tried listening to it and I was just like, nah, it wasn't pulling me in, so I just skipped it. Maybe, we got about, I don't know, like probably at least 10 episodes of it. So we'll see if it grows on me over time, but first impressions, not impressed. The visuals, cool as always, but yeah, not impressed, man.
Yeah, they always go hard with the visuals. Like, that was cool to watch. I don't know, they just go in, but the actual OST and the music, it wasn't hitting. It wasn't hitting, but we'll see.
We will see. But okay, so getting into the episode now, we see that Todo and Mei, they're talking to the principal of the Kyoto branch, Gaku Ganji, and they've suggested 5 people to be recommended to be upgraded to the first grade of the sorcerers. So we see that they're recommending Maki, Panda, Fushiguro, Nobara, and Yuji. And I guess I just wanted to ask you, do you think all of these guys should be first grade?
That is a good question, because when I was watching it, I was thinking along the lines that the criteria that they set out, and seeing how rigorous and how hard it is to actually be considered a special grade sorcerer, is so high that, like, there should not be this amount of people being promoted to, actually reach this position. And obviously, some people, you would say, don't have the experience. Itadori, I don't think is there yet myself.
Nope.
People like maybe Nobara, she's cool, but I don't think she's there yet either. Like Megami, I could understand, and he's probably in a position out of them where he could probably push forward and pass. Most of the criteria will probably be very difficult. You don't know if you make it, but generally speaking, like Maki and them, cool. Maki, Panda, okay, cool, because they've been in the establishment for a while. But certain people, there's too many people making the cut, and the criteria they set out seem so high that it doesn't make sense. So I'm on the side of everybody's on their vibe, like Todo is. Todo is just like, that's my bro, that's my best friend. He needs to be a part of the gang, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe that's what they're trying to get as many in to see if it's likely that they have a couple that pass. Maybe that they're desperate in a position where they need more people to go on these missions, because obviously the cases of cursed spirits and stuff are on the rise, and events are like unfolding and taking place. So maybe it's out of necessity and desperation.
That's fair, but I mean, like you said it yourself, Yuji, he literally just became a sorcerer, and I don't care. He does not have the credentials to be first grade, in my opinion. And I'm comparing him to people that we've seen. So Nanami, he's first grade, and while Yuji, was able to do the black flashes and stuff, I just don't think he carries the same gravitas that Nanami has displayed. But maybe he'll prove me wrong. Megumi is a funny one because he's starting to get the credentials, I believe, for it, because now he's got his domain, even though it's incomplete. But that's one of the things that has set him apart, because even Nanami doesn't have a domain. And then Nobara, bro, she has no business being recommended. Like, she was just recommended for vibes. I don't care. Like, shit. Sorry, man. What has she done to deserve that recommendation?
Yeah, nothing. It's legit on vibes, like you said. It's like, okay, the rest are there. Might as well add her to the list.
It's yeah. I don't know. I'm just like, it's questionable.
Are you disappointed
at least
then that it's like they're not given the appropriate kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They're not appropriately respecting their title, by it's kind of watering it down by having these type of people being promoted or look towards it. Because obviously, like you said, what we've experienced so far, there's a level of like mastery, there's a level of sophistication, there's a level of specialization in one's ability and know-how, and they're unique and there's something distinct about them. That's why they're special grade. And yeah, do you feel it's just watering it down?
Yeah, but I do feel like that. But to be fair, it is just a recommendation. They do have to prove themselves. So I guess it's just like, I guess being recommended for a scholarship, but you have to prove yourself if you're worthy to actually retain it. So I guess we're a bit jumping the gun here, but I don't know. I just don't feel like, especially people like Yuji and Nobara, I don't feel like they earned that recommendation. But I think it's fair. Obviously, part of getting these things is networking, and they've got the network for it. So can't be too mad at it. And it was only a small scene, and it led into that funny little ping pong. They were going a bit crazy. They were going crazy. I don't know. They were hitting some mad spins. I don't think I could have kept up with that.
Yeah, the shots were impressive. It reminded me how I am at work when I'm putting in the effort, when I'm smacking people at ping pong, table tennis.
Are you playing ping pong at work?
Bro, at lunch, like, we have like sports area and stuff, because obviously a sports company. And they have like darts, pool, table football. So I'll be on after I eat, I'm smacking eats. Obviously, most of the time I'm getting smacked. I have to be told the truth. I have to be honest. But yeah, that gave me flashbacks to them games.
Man, we need that at my workplace. I can't lie. All I do is be going for walks, bro. Like, I'll eat, then go for like a 30 to 45-minute walk, man. We need some games, man.
100%. The games kind of make you relax and forget that you're at work, and then you go back to work.
Yeah, in fact, that might even be worse, because you come back now, you've worked up, your heart rate's beating, and then they're telling you go back to the laptop and start typing. I'm like, like, I'm ready to get on the pitch, man.
Legit, man. Like, play me, fam. I was supposed to be started. All the time I'll be saying, right, in another life, man could have made it pro. I'm lying to myself, but in my heart, after those games, I'm feeling it.
Nah, man. I seen that video of Yuri Tielemans when he did his debut for Aston Villa, and I seen the way the ball was moving and the pace of the game. I said, yeah, it's not for me, man.
I said there's levels to it. There's levels. It's true.
Serious levels, bro. The pace, yeah, man. That I was tired 10 seconds in, because the amount of running he was doing, it was crazy.
You can only dream, innit?
Yeah. But I do miss playing the football. But enough of a tangent. We go on to seeing, Yuji, Nobara, and Megumi, they're chilling, they're hanging out, and I just wanted to highlight how nice it is to have, a calm moment, because a lot of the times, in fact, most of the times, we seen them, it's just, okay, we're fighting or we're under duress, and it was just nice to see these guys do things that, kids their age should be doing, and not just fighting these monstrosities of curses and, these beasts that put them under insane stress levels.
No, likewise, like they're having age appropriate conversations, and the kind of drama that's in their life, the relationships dynamic was very relaxed, very chilled. I want that more for them sometimes. It feels that kind of reminds you of, how stressful in general and dramatic their situation as Jujutsu socials are generally, and the position they're put into. Because when you see them chilling, enjoying each other's company, talking about dumb movies, like that movie that Yuji was watching or wanted to watch, number 3. How did they make 3 of them? Was it 4? How did they make 4 of those? Do you know, I was horrified when I saw a worm-looking person getting smacked to the club. It looked disgusting, and it's a horror. It's a horror, isn't it? He was talking about romance. I said, this is a horror, because you see little kids, bro. There was little worm kids. What are we doing? that was horrifying. But each to their own. Whatever you enjoy, you enjoy. Just to keep.
Now we shame, bro.
No number 5. That's all. No number 5. This is number 5, and they're showing what the kids get up to in their lives. I'll be finished. But yeah, like you said, it's just great to see them chilling and doing things outside of sorcerer work. They feel like in that moment, you feel like they have less responsibility and they can just venture and fashion a life that will do anything that interests them. So yeah, man, I love that. You need more of that sometimes.
100%. And this episode actually adapted one of my favorite chapters in the series, just because of the comedic aspect. So after the 3 go their separate ways, Yuji's gonna watch his strange film, Fushigoro's going home, and Nobara, she's gonna do some shopping. We see a girl following her, and it turns out to be someone from Yuji's middle school. And for me, I just love the comedy, just the way after they're talking, it's just like, it's like that, and then you see the reaction faces, the way the bar is just like, okay, let me call Fushiguro here. He comes and he's vexed, and then she says like one line, and he's like, oh, it's like that. He's like that. But yeah, man, it's just too funny. And then I think the funniest part to me is just the way she just texts Yuji, just like, okay, cool. Here's the link, come. And he's just like, why? And she's just like, come. And he's like, okay. I don't know. I just love that chapter, and I think they did a great job of keeping the comedic elements.
Yeah, I think the part that got me was when the 10 out of 10 signs popped up.
Oh my days.
My guy Fuji was like, coincidence, and Nobara was just happy that it kind of went her way. And it was weird to see Nobara so invested in somebody's life that I wanted like the best, given that the other person on the other side of that is Itadori. Like I was looking at this and I was like, rah, this is unique. This is a unique situation, but I understand why you enjoyed it, because it was too funny, and just how they kind of put it together, and the faces and the quick like transition really added to the comedy aspect of it. Yeah, I can't lie, I was barely laughing as well. I was like, what is happening?
And I think another thing why I like this chapter is it kind of reminds you the type of person who Yuji is, in terms of when it comes to, like, he doesn't judge people by appearances, he judges them by their character, and he kind of is always able to be honest and say things from his heart. So like, he's in the class, they're like, okay, if you had to pick any girl, who'd you pick? and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm picking Ozawa, and they're like, oh yeah, she's fine. He's like, he notices the other aspects of her that other people aren't looking at, and it even made her realize, like, wow, there's other aspects to me. It's not just my weight that defines me. My handwriting and even the way I'm eating can be things that are positive aspects about me. And I don't know, I really liked that scene because it kind of just showed that he is just he's a good dude, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I was looking at and I was kind of taken back by like the level of maturity someone could have at that age, because everybody, or generally speaking, a lot of guys that age are very, or in general, guys and girls, very superficial, in the moment. They have that kind of group mentality where they hog on to somebody else's opinion because they want to feel like they're part of something and don't want to be left behind or have a singular voice or opinion on something. But you could see how Itadori, how he relaxed he is, how transparent he is, how he doesn't feel like he has to be anything by himself. So given that he has so much security in who he is, he doesn't have to project anything on other people, and he just sees the value that other people have beyond what people would usually look at. So yeah, noticing her handwriting, that is very cute, very wholesome. Noticing how somebody eats, and just firstly attributing positive stuff in regards to what they do and how they live their life, rather than engaging in things that are like the obvious stuff that people generally look down, or are like persecute somebody for being, or attack somebody for being. So yeah, rather impressive, and like you said, he hasn't changed much.
And we see that because I'm gonna keep it 100. If those two girls that we see, middle school and the current her, completely different characters. Because fam, the way man was like, oh yeah, my girl, I'm like, how did you know? How?
Impossibility. Like it doesn't make sense, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I genuinely believe she willed herself to grow. Growth was not in her life or in her fortune, but she knew the reality that she wanted to live with Yuji. So she was like, I'm gonna invoke growth into this body, because do you know what it is? It's either that, or she also was putting in work in the gym, doing her stuff. I don't know what you do for growth, but whatever she did, and she just
Drinking milk.
Must be the milk and being humble. Like, do you know when girls be like, they'll be having an incredible body and they'll be like, no, I don't even work out. Maybe she's being humble. Because this girl said, maybe it's the stress and the fact that I moved. And I said, shut up. I said, you're lying to me.
Man. Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe it was the stress, but like she said, she grew like I think 15 centimeters, which is nuts.
It is. It really is. And it's over a year. Nice.
She must have had like them, growing pains, because fam.
It must have attacked her, man. Must have been different, man. I feel sorry for her. But she looked good.
Yeah, man. You can tell she's looking healthier, which is not to say that when she was a bit wider that she was unhealthy, but it's probably always better to be a certain weight than overweight. And I'll leave my comments there.
Very, very wise. Very wise.
But we leave the the calm, the fun slice of life stuff with that, and then we kind of transition into a talk with Gojo and Utahime, which leads us to Utahime and the Tokyo students having a conversation about two possible traitors within the Jujutsu High group, with one being high up in the organization and one being below, kind of at the student level. So I guess before we get into the reveal, because they revealed the traitor pretty quickly, well, one of them pretty quickly, what did you think about this this transition into this traitor plot line and uncovering some of the mysteries?
Definitely a very sharp transition. seeing how lighthearted the previous half of the episode was, but I just like the disparity. Immediately we still are reminded that the world they live in, there's a lot, it's very dynamic, there's a lot happening, and they have to always be on the ball. You like, it's good to have those moments where you relax or enjoy each other's company, meeting people we haven't met in years, but in reality there's always something that's either in sequence and it's been happening, or there's actually things that you have to be ready for, so you never know what's going to happen. It definitely interests me. I'm very interested in the mole, because this is something that you, in an organization that big and what the things they deal with, you know it's going to happen. You know they're going to have that. Like, there's always going to be a way where our people outside are going to try and infiltrate and weaken it and get intel, especially like the significance of what they deal with. So like the mole thing didn't surprise me. What surprised me is what would surprise me if they were shocked that there's a mole in Jujutsu Kaisen, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. That's my thoughts on the mole. I think I don't know if I was surprised by it, but it did kind of just come out of nowhere. He just was like, oh yeah, oh, there's 2 moles. I'm like, okay. And I guess you kind of got that understanding because of the way how easily they were able to infiltrate during the what's it called, that tournament they had between the 2 schools, and you know Mahito was able to dip in and get out with the 3 cursed wounds. So that was the first implication of the presence of a mole. So but yeah, I guess one thing that I liked in this scene was just the way Nobara was just like, oh okay, it's obviously one of the Kyoto guys, because you only have us Tokyo dons here. So I was like, okay, Nobara showing some smarts. I like that. But yeah, you find out that Mekamaru, the cripple, the one with all the, you know, the AIDS, he's the snake. And you know, I'll just speak first. For me, I did not care about that Don. So I was like, the impact of him being the traitor, there was not really much impact because I didn't care about him. But you know, what did you think about him being revealed as the traitor?
I understand what you mean impact wise. I think when we got like the real revelation to like his motives, it became kind of more digestible and understandable. Like it brought up more rather than the basic somebody's a traitor, somebody's secretly evil, somebody's plotting with the villains. It gave a more complex morality basis, where it was somebody who's struggling, very much in pain, struggling with the body they're like within and trapped in, and how that limits them. And obviously when you're like that, you're very desperate, so you could see the level of desperation that he had to go to, and you have to some extent, obviously he had the free will to choose, but when you're vulnerable, you're easily manipulated, and certain situations and scenarios may sound good but in reality you're going to regret, because it's never going to benefit you fully, because he is able, obviously now got the body that he dreamed of and wanted, but at what cost? And will he be able to actually do what he wants by warning Gojo and the rest of the sorcerers about their impending plans and stuff like that? So yeah, it's a sticky one. It's tight. I kind of felt sorry for him, but maybe in his position he should have, especially with the amount of powerful people around him, communicated with them somehow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I want to be harsh on him, but I think because of obviously the binding vow, that's probably part of the reason why he was acting alone. But I just think the plan is really dumb. Like the plan to betray the school, because like, especially with what's gonna happen in the next arc, that's why I just think his plan is dumb. Even though I understand, like, he wasn't technically trying to betray them, but bro, it's a I don't know. It's just bad. Like, okay, you got your body back, and I understand because like what you had before, very peak. But these guys are evil, man.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are proper evil. They're devious people. And then you think, okay, we transition after he gets healed. You think you can take them on?
Yeah, it's crazy.
These two are different individuals, and you think you can take them on with your Gundam? Sorry, man. I was unmoved, man.
Gundam is rude. Hey, you didn't have to do it like that. You didn't have to do it like that. But you're preaching though. Like, that's why, like, it speaks to his desperation and what he probably felt was like a necessity to be the person you want to be or whatever. But like, it's clear that this is not going to work in his favor, and no matter how many years he's been storing up cursed energy and like building his Gundam, his weapon of destruction, even though like it is just very destructive and could probably put a great fire, but the people you're fighting against, like Mahito, like, bro, it's crazy. Like, you're actually is not looking good for you.
Nah, listen, that guy, he's finished, man. I don't care that, because Mahito is just one. As soon as he touches you, the fight is over. So like, yeah, it's bro, like, the odds are stacked against you. I don't care if you've got your big gut mech. That mech is not gonna do anything.
It was kind of cold though. It did look good.
It did, but I'm still unmoved. Like, he seems to have saved up like 17 years worth of cursed energy, which that's a cool concept. So like, that's what he's using to fuel the mech. But I still think, I don't know. I still feel, I mean, it's hard for me to say, oh yeah, you could have done this, but I think obviously his hands were tied because of the pact. But I just think he shouldn't have been making that pact, man, without like sufficient backups. Because like, yeah, man, it's I don't believe in you. I don't believe in you, bro.
Yeah, I'm lacking a lot of faith in him. I did like how the packs work, and also, like you said, really liked how his abilities translate and how he's able to store curse energy with the pack. It just kind of, you can see how the significance of making a pack with other people, and to a degree where Ghetto is like, bro, you can't even, we don't know the complications and what will come off not fulfilling the pact that we made. So that thing seems like such a dangerous and powerful tool to use for whatever scenario you're in. But obviously, due to the rarity of it being used, you can understand that it's something that, you know, not a lot of people will delve into.
Yep, I hear that. So I think that was pretty much everything that happened in the episode, unless there's another moment you would like to touch on or bring up.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's I think that's everything episode wise.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I guess I'll ask you, are you looking forward to the next episode? I mean, obviously, I think we both read the manga here. I'm not sure how much you remember of this like short sequence that we're seeing, but yeah, are you looking forward to the next one?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what kind of unfolds, to see the fight, whether he's able to accomplish what he like kind of saw like when he made the pack. So yeah, I'm interested, I'm intrigued, and we'll see. I'm just happy that JJK is back, to be honest. I've actually missed it.
Okay. It has been missed, but okay, next week we will see if Mekumaru can do it for the Ting, do it for Miwa. And we'll catch you, me and Rajel, and hopefully Ed will catch you in the next one. Deuces.
Peace.
Love you.